Hey everybody, Wiser here. Finally getting you a predictions video earlier on in the week. Usually I am so late to this, doing it on like Friday or Saturday. Never on Sunday. By the time we get there, I just don't give a damn anymore. But we're getting this one out nice and early on a Wednesday now that I know the entire card, minus any random nonsense that they'll probably throw in at the last minute. I doubt that they'll do it this time because we actually have a pre-show card or pre-show match or whatever the fuck. Kickoff show is what they're calling this thing now. But anyways, be a friend to me. Drop a like on the video. Subscribe if you're new. Put a comment down in the comment section with your predictions because YouTube's different now, and we have to do that to grow our channels. We have to drop comments and we have to drop likes. We got to change with the times. Anyway, I'm not going to hold you guys up too much. I'm going to give you guys my predictions. I actually have been watching Raw, unlike SmackDown, which I did watch the last SmackDown, bits and pieces of it. But I have watched Raw, so I can give you legit predictions this time. And I'm going to start off with the pre-show match with Rusev and Big Cass. I'm not a fan of this being on a pre-show because you guys know how much of a fan of Rusev I am. I'm also not a fan of this being on a pre-show because of how much build that this has actually gotten over the past few weeks. Starting off with, what's that boy named? Enzo walking around with his meat swinging and Lana giving him the look, and then Rusev destroying him, and then Rusev destroying him, and then Rusev destroying him in the hotel. Followed by Rusev and Cass getting into it. So there has been some build with this. One match that I wouldn't mind being on the pre-show would be the Cruiserweight title or even the tag team title. And I say the tag team title because New Day versus Sheamus and Cesaro, there actually isn't any build to this particular match. Now, they're trying to get behind Sheamus and Cesaro, which I'm okay with. You guys, when they first put this team together, I was one of the ones that was saying, hey, this team right here has a chance to be a very entertaining team. They work well together. You know, this whole I hate you, I love you gimmick thing, all while getting it on the same page. The dynamic of it works. Now, the only way I would not put this match on the pre-show is if New Day dropped the titles. Personally, I don't want New Day dropping the titles until Mania, but that's a bit too far off. So if you're going to have Sheamus and Cesaro win the titles, then you keep it on the main card. I'm sorry, this is for WWE Roadblock. I forgot to mention that because there's so many pay-per-views or network specials or whatever these things are called these days. Anyway, the TJ Perkins and the who else? Brian Kendrick and Rich Swann, as of this moment on the main roster, crowd doesn't give a fluff about them. Now, the Jack Gallagher, on the other hand, that's a different story. But anyways, that's my feelings on the Kickoff show match selection. But my win in the Kickoff show match is Rusev. Now, could they possibly put this thing on the Big Cass? Could they have Big Cass win so that he gets, I guess, notoriety, name value, a big win from beating Rusev and it makes him look strong? Yeah. But I don't give a Let's try to calm down the cursing a bit here, right? Let's calm down the cursing. Relax. Stop the cursing, Wiser. All right. Big Cass, I don't care about. I can understand a lot of the younger audience caring about Big Cass. I get it. Because it's with Enzo. And that dynamic works. It works very well. I'm just not a fan of it. I like the Bulgarian Brute. I like the guy that just beats you up over and over and over and just pulverizes you. And then goes on Twitter and then talks crap about you so that everybody can see it. I like that guy. And now what I'm noticing after years of putting over Rusev, I'm finally starting to see everybody get behind Rusev. I mean, not just the audience that I've convinced that Rusev is the man. Not just them. Not just you guys. I'm starting to see other podcasters get behind him. Other YouTube personalities get behind him. Other shows on YouTube. Everybody's getting behind Rusev now. Are you? Y'all blind. Y'all blind. You're blind. You're blind. I've been trying to put this guy over for years now. Since this guy was in NXT, breaking boards with his leg. Man, y'all don't understand. All right. I have Rusev winning, but I can see WWE having Cass win, and I can understand the reason why they will let him win. My thing is, it doesn't help Rusev if he loses, and if Rusev continues to lose, there's not going to be too many more matches that you could put him in where it's believable that he'll beat these guys in order, like, you know, it takes away from him being a big time name. Like, Rusev is legitimately that guy that's like the wall, right? He's like that barrier that you have to go through in order to get to the next level. It's Rusev. He's that rock right there. And I wanted to say he's that guy that you have to beat in order to get to the main event picture. Like, he's that guy, but I don't want to say that because if you beat him, you're still not going to the main event picture unless you're Roman Reigns. So, but yeah, Rusev is the guy that holds you back from that. You got to get through him to get to the next level. Now, let's get this one out of the way. Seth Rollins versus Chris Jericho in a Who Really Cares match. Chris Jericho is going to win this match. Kevin Owens is going to interfere to help Jericho. Jericho's probably not going to like that, or so you think he won't like that. Anyway, I'm not going to get into too much of this. It's a match that I really don't care about, and it's a match that WWE hasn't put any time into or investment into getting us to care about it. There's nothing behind these two going against each other. The feud isn't between Jericho and Rollins. That's not where the feud is. I got Jericho winning with Kevin Owens assisting. Sami Zayn and the Braun Strowman. Sami Zayn's obviously, Sami Zayn's losing, right? Sami Zayn's losing. Now, this match could go one of two ways. The way I would like to see it go, y'all know how I would like to see it go. Braun Strowman just decimates this guy in 90 seconds. Just completely just obliterates him. Like, we're going to call Braun Strowman Obelisk the Tormentor if we have my way. If we have my way, Braun Strowman becomes Obelisk the Tormentor, and he obliterates you. Yes, obliterates. What I can see WWE doing is Sami Zayn gets to 10 minutes. He lasts 10 minutes, giving you no winner, or Sami Zayn getting close to 10 minutes, and the Braun Strowman just decides, all right, enough's enough. Hits him with one new random finisher that he comes up with on the spot. 1, 2, 3, get him out of here. Either way, Sami Zayn loses. All right, Sami Zayn loses. Yeah, he's done. Keep the story going. Why the hell not? But I don't want to see Sami Zayn ever beat Braun Strowman. I don't want to see anyone beat the Braun Strowman. I really want to see Braun Strowman versus the James Ellsworth at WrestleMania. All right, moving along. Rich Swann defends his WWE Cruiserweight Championship against the Brian Kendrick, TJ Perkins. Those two guys. They've wrestled too much for me to care. All the three of these guys, they have all wrestled too much for me to care. Rich Swann's going to win this match. And he's going to move on. Like, these two, Brian Kendrick and TJ Perkins, mainly, there's just nothing there. There is nothing there with these two guys. I mean, bless Brian Kendrick's heart. He's trying, but it's just such a monotone and dead character that he has. He plays a good heel, but it's just a character that's lacking. TJ Perkins, oh boy. Ugh. I just washed out my mouth with mouthwash, and I have like that mouthwash residue and taste in my mouth. Ugh. Tag team champions New Day defend against Sheamus and Cesaro. Again, I would like to see New Day hold these titles until Mania so that there's a huge payoff for whoever takes it off of them. But I can't imagine them holding them that much longer. The tag team division has been suffering because of it. No one's getting elevated. No one's going to that next level because they can't take the titles off of New Day. I can see Sheamus and Cesaro winning these tag titles. They are extremely hot right now. The crowd loves this team. And I remember when the crowd was booed. Bro, I remember. And I was trying to tell you guys, it's a good team right here. Two big guys. Believable big guys. I'm about tired of smartening folks up, man. I mean, I smarten you guys up. You guys get it. But it's just to everybody else that we're not reaching. And you know what? No, I'm blaming it on you guys because you're not liking the video enough so that we can smarten up more people that don't see it. We got to drop likes and comments because that's how YouTube is these days. But we got to drop more likes and comments and interaction and shit so that these videos can get seen by more people. We smarten up more people. We got to smarten up the wrestling audience because it's not smart enough. You guys are smart. You're here. You're smart. You're loyal. I love you. I might kiss your face if I see you in public. But we got to smarten up more people. If you hear this ominous tone in my background, it's because I have Destiny like on my other TV, and I just now realized how ominous that sound is. You probably don't hear it because I might have music playing. But yeah, I would have Sheamus and Cesaro win these titles straight up. Done. Now, let's move along to... Alright, we're going to go to the piss break match with Kevin Owens and the Roman in the ring. Nah, change of plans. We're going to go to the Iron Woman match, which is probably going to be in the middle of the match, or it might start, or the middle of the show, or it might start the show. Sasha Banks as your champion versus Charlotte. It's got to be a draw, right? Like, you can't have Charlotte, like, lose on a throwaway pay-per-view. You can't have her lose her first pay-per-view on a throwaway pay-per-view. It just doesn't work. Like, all these months of build-up, over a year of not being beaten on a pay-per-view, and you throw it away on a roadblock, this is a Mania moment. So you have it be a tie. They already said this is the last match that they're going to be having. Like, we're done here. At least for now. Because, of course, Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, last match, and then they have more matches together. This is the last match for now. Have it end in a draw. Protect Charlotte. She move on to somebody else. Sasha Banks gets... My God, I would like for it to be Nia Jax, and Nia Jax kills her. And then, because for some reason, I got a feeling that they really want to put Bayley into that WrestleMania match for the Women's Championship. And I wouldn't mind it being Bayley and Nia Jax, if it must be Bayley. But then again, I can see them doing a triple. We'll get to that bridge when we cross it. I do want to do a WrestleMania predictions video where I put together the card, or a WrestleMania card prediction video. I want to do that. Remind me on Twitter. I'm very forgetful. You guys know this. I keep telling you guys to remind me of these things. I never get reminded, and I forget all the video ideas that I wanted to do. Moving along, because I have that in the draw. Charlotte's not getting the championship back. Either way. Or the Ric Flair. I could see the Ric Flair getting involved in this. Yep. I could see the Ric Flair getting involved in this. Charlotte might walk out as the champion again. Like, if Charlotte walks out as champion, that just adds to her heat. Right? I believe that just adds to Charlotte's heat if she wins the title again. And I can see it happening. I could definitely see it happening, especially if Ric Flair gets involved. So, don't count that one out. Now, let's get to your Universal Champion, Kevin Owens, who if you just, like, watched Raw, you wouldn't even realize that this guy is your champion. He is a champion of your brand. He is your Universal Champion, Kevin Owens. This is the worst booked champion all year. Period. The worst. I'll be live streaming the pay-per-view. I'll give my thoughts about Kevin Owens there in his championship reign, because he's going to beat the Roman in the Reign. He's going to beat the Roman in the Reign. The Roman in the Reign is not going to win this match, or he's not going to walk out with both titles. Now, I wouldn't put it past him. To win. But I can see Chris Jericho interfering in this and helping Kevin Owens win his title or retain his title. I got a feeling that this whole thing with Kevin Owens and Chris Jericho, at least this part of it, is a ruse. I just got a feeling that it's hogwash, baloney. I got a feeling that it's a swerve, at least for now, because they have to find a way to get Kevin Owens and Chris Jericho to WrestleMania. That's where they're going to have their match. That's the only place that they could have their match. You can't do it at Royal Rumble. You got to let it simmer a little bit more. Let it cook up a little bit more. Because the fans are still hot on this duo here. I don't fucking know why. It's doing nothing but holding Kevin Owens back. But the fans are still hot on him. So I will have Jericho help Kevin Owens retain his title, because the Roman in the Reign isn't going to win. And we get a couple more months of this until it ultimately boils over and they start setting up their feud for WrestleMania. So, we're done with the prediction video. And it didn't take me too long. Usually this shit is like 40 minutes. What are we at right now? Woo! We are under 17. And to keep it under 17, I want to make sure I do like, comment, subscribe. I'm out.